Okay, let me tell you about my day. So, we have these meetings with my English teacher every Tuesday. We had one today at 3:45, so I leave at 2:45. Plenty of time, right? No! You see, the reason I look like a drowned rat right now is because I got caught in a torrential downpour. Visibility was like next to nothing on 66, and of course there was a downed power line on the shoulder, so 66 was a crawl. I ended up arriving on campus 10 minutes before this meeting, so I ran as fast as I could to the classroom where our meeting was, and it got to the point where my umbrella was pretty much useless because the wind, of course, was sideways and powerful, and my umbrella was just like, I might as well have just been holding like a piece of paper over my head, as useless as that was. But I made it. I made it with like a minute to spare, and she went over the allotted time with the group before us, so I look like, totally on time. I got time to spare. I am punctual. And she liked our group project idea, so that was nice. And I actually had a pretty good weekend. Saturday was Ryan's birthday. He's 27. And we got together with a bunch of friends on Saturday, got some pizza, and we played this weird board game. It was like a Trailer Park Wars type thing, where you're the owner of a trailer park, so you have these little cards with pictures of actual trailers on them, and you arrange them, and then there are cards for the different tenants. And what's cool is, like, for each tenant you have, you get a pink flamingo, and you try to collect as many pink flamingos as you can. And if you put some tenants next to each other, it raises the number of pink flamingos you can get. If you put others next to each other, it lowers them. So, like, let's say you have a crotchety old man, and you put a rock band musician next to him, it lowers his value because they're going to be fighting all the time. So it's like goofy stuff like that, and you can have amenities like gambling machines or cigarette vending machines, and there are like natural disaster cards, so like you can get a tornado that blows away one of your opponent's tenants, and it like destroys their trailer so that nobody can live there anymore, and they lose flamingos for that. So that was fun. And then on Sunday, Ryan's mom made Schupfnoodle and this like applesauce meatball stuff, which I didn't have any of it because I don't like meatballs. And then she made string beans with slivered almonds, which I liked, even though Mom doesn't like green beans, but they're so good. And then Monday was, oh my god, I was so tired. I got home from psych, and I did what's really bad for your body, but whatever, I'm gonna do it anyway. I ate lunch and then took a nap. And I slept until like 5, and then of course I couldn't get to sleep until like 4 this morning. But I got plenty of sleep, and now I get to study for a mini practical. Did I tell you about this? Last year, the way the anatomy practicals worked was we had one big one for bones, one big one for muscles. What they're doing this year is they're spreading them out. So tomorrow we have a practical on cranial and facial bones. And then next week we have a practical on thoracic and vertebrae. So it's nice because you don't have as much to retain, but it's harder because you have so many. And it counts for like half the lab grade, so it's rough. But good. I don't know. I feel pretty good though. Cranial bones aren't hard. It's just the sphenoid and the ethmoid bone markings I'm gonna have a hard time with. Just like the crista galli, and like which is the greater wings and lesser wings on the sphenoid, and there's like a perpendicular something on the ethmoid. So I need to learn those. And in addition to that, we have another quiz tomorrow in the same lab about cell structure and organelles structure and function. All the organelles, everything. And then transport, passive versus active, diffusion, osmosis, receptor-mediated, pinocytosis, phagocytosis, all that fun stuff, all on the same quiz in addition to the practical. So it is 4:30. I'm gonna drive home and I'm gonna study.